flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers, don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be our final day. We're dreamers, don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We live it like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, we come alive. We come alive. Oh, we come alive. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive. What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We live it like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive.
There we go. Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Hey Dolphins, thanks for upgrading to the diamond level. And hey, oh my gosh, no, the what he calls blocking you. Hold on one second here. I can find a way around this. There we go. Hey D's for signing up for the Sapphire level. There we go. When I do it on my back end here, I can't see the first comment of the day always. It always gets taken up by the poll. Excuse me. All right, so before we get going, hey everybody, hey Etrev, hey Island Time, hey Tony, hey A51, hey Starscream, Tony again, Thest, and Morgoth, and Discount Channel, and Michael. Hope you guys are all having a good day. It's been let me turn on the volume on this a little bit. It's got louder all of a sudden. Not much has happened from yesterday, as we all know. We'll talk a little bit more about supports and maybe where we might be going from here on out as far as if we can have a bounce. Every day we can manage to hold gives us an opportunity to get above that 20-day moving average here, and that'll be good news for us if we do, because that'll give us a nice little pop, maybe some good opportunities to actually short the market going forward, okay? For members out there, I was planning, I'm going to keep on saying this because I feel bad about it, I was planning on having more members content this week, and I'm going to make some myself. More of the stuff is going to come out this weekend, but I am starting to churn out some of these more members only videos, if you will. I just opened up a new tab on. Let me move my whiteboard over here. I just opened up a new tab over here on the YouTube channel, so you guys should see this pretty soon. One of the reasons I was kind of holding off on making the content in the first place was I was really hoping that YouTube would get the membership only videos out of beta. Pretty much, if I post a members only video, as far as I understand, you guys don't get notified of it right now. The only way you guys see it is if you guys go over here to the community tab and see that I posted about it. Okay, so keep an eye on that tab as well. And then if you guys go to the home screen on my channel, there's this new part that I put up right here for members only videos. So I'm going to be trying to do more and more members videos over the next few next days and weeks and months going forward, okay? And so as far as everybody's concerned about what this is going to give you, you guys know the base Ruby level membership really just gives you some of these members videos, and then if you guys ever have a question in the chat, you guys just want to support the channel, the $1.99. For everybody that pays like the $5 or so, you guys will get access to every single members video, and most likely the Ruby members will get access to, I gotta figure it out. And then for Diamond members get something very specific here. Because they're paying a lot more, obviously. So for Diamond members, I'll have to figure a way to talk to you guys probably through the Diamond member videos. But from here on out, I'll make a video going in depth to a random stock starting this week, probably like an Apple or Microsoft, trying to find the bottom, or maybe it'll just be the Nasdaq or something like that. But I think it'll just be an actual stock or a crypto coin. We'll start off with the stock, and then from there, I'm going to tell you guys in the Diamond videos. For those of you guys, I think there's like 10 or 15 of you guys in Diamond right now, maybe 16 from Dolphin. Thank you. Loki's over here. At the end of each video, I'm going to ask you guys what stocks or coins you guys want me to do technical analysis on. And this technical analysis that I do for you guys in Diamond memberships, it won't be the simplified version I provide for you guys in the stream as far as trend lines and Fibonacci levels. This one will be using a lot more tools, kind of going over a little more trends, taking a quick peek at fundamentals. So if you wanted to play the earnings, we would actually be taking a little bit of a look into earnings reports and stuff like that. So much more detail. Probably going to be able to do 2 to 3 of those Diamond videos a week. But if you guys are a Diamond member as well, you guys will get all the other membership videos as well. So the way YouTube describes it is Diamond members get access to any membership video. Since Diamond's the top tier, gets access to any and all videos I do on the channel. Sapphire gets access to Ruby level and Sapphire videos, right? Then Ruby just gets access to Ruby level videos. But I can say which one, I can tell YouTube which one, which members get to see which videos. Right now, since I'm just kind of new to this, this like little strategy I'm making up, Ruby and Sapphire and Diamond members will get to see all the basic technical analysis videos, but those really in-depth ones where we go over whatever the actual you guys want to talk about, only Diamond members will probably be able to see those ones going forward. But to say thank you for them actually spending $25 a month, right? But yeah, we'll go over that in the Diamond video later on. I think it'll be released on Saturday. I think the stock I'm going to choose is Apple or Microsoft. Hopefully next month on the 1st, I'm going to be multi-streaming, hopefully, I don't have a Twitch account, I gotta make one, to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook all at the same time, okay? So I'll be doing all of that. And then maybe what I can do is I have a phone stand over here I don't know if, excuse me, I don't know if that'll help me out much. But if I just, oh, YouTube's not receiving signal. Hold on. Says YouTube's not receiving enough signal, but I don't know what's going on. Hold on 1 second here, guys. Sorry. Ookla. Make sure it's not my signal messing up here. Sorry, I really want to make sure the stream is working properly. Oh, and hey, Courtney, you got member? You got notified of the member video? That is good to. Nobody ever told me that. Everybody I was talking to in my group said no. You gotta do it through the post membership voice. It is kind of slow, but I think that's just because I'm streaming at the same time. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi. If you guys can see this without any buffering, let me know. I know there was buffering probably a few seconds ago, but right now I think we're good. I'll keep track of it here. I'll keep track of it though for you guys. I just want to make sure I'm not getting into like the really glitchy stuff as far as the streams, because we don't have that problem as much as we used to. But yeah, so going forward, that's a lot of the big news as far as memberships are concerned. Get ready for a lot more videos. Tutorials and everything will be for everybody, right? But one of the other perks as far as these videos, because they will be longer, I think the video for the technical analysis today was like 10 minutes. On average, I hope for them to be 15 minutes, but I just wanted to get a video out there so you guys could see what it's like, and so I can kind of run some tests on it, basically. And it's good. I'm liking the feedback so far. And also, for any of those videos, if you guys watch any of the membership videos, they will not have ads on them, so you will never see an ad in those videos. That way, you guys don't have to be interrupted while you guys are watching the technical analysis, okay? Just thought I'd throw that little nugget of information there as well. That's about it all for the intro of the channel. We'll be talking a lot more about stuff here. Yeah, I think that's about it with membership videos. I'll be doing more member stuff, and I'll make a member intro video kind of explaining everything to you guys as well. YouTube says it might help out, so I'll do one of those for you guys as well here. So going back over to Bitcoin here, this is the 4-hour chart. The daily chart has not really changed at all. The weekly chart has not really done much at all as well. The 4-hour chart seems to be where things are at this moment in time, okay? Now, these Fibonacci extension levels have been okay, not really that fantastic if you ask me. This one was a hard rejection, right? These ones have got a little bit more choppy, but it really seems like we're having some resistance pretty close to about 30,700, 30,800 or so. Let's stick to 30,700. Let me just drop it right here. Right about there, right? Rejected. There's probably some Fibonacci level that I haven't seen yet, but it's around there. So basically, at this point in time, what we really have to deal with is we just have to get back above this line, and that'll correlate, or that'll probably happen around the same time if we do get above this line, that we would try to get above the 20-day moving average, okay? Switching over here to the 20-day chart. Now that line looks kind of steep, doesn't it? Today or tomorrow, we're either going to have a really nice pop as far as Bitcoin's concerned, and therefore all the altcoins, or we're going to get rejected off the 20-day moving average and start to crash again below some of those crucial Gann levels that we talked about a few days ago, okay? I did a little bit more in-depth analysis of those levels. I'll do another one that's even more kind of slower pace, if you will. But a lot of the members' videos won't exactly be me just talking to you guys. It'll be, some of them will be me just kind of talking to myself about what's going on, and then kind of reiterating my thought process to you guys, but in a much slower manner. I'm going to try to slow my voice down a little bit for those members' videos. Okay, but right now, guys, that's the big thing that we have to look forward to today. We could have a juicy breakout incoming, and that breakout could take us probably back up to 32,900, 32,800 or so, and then we'll probably get rejected around these levels, right up here. The Fibonacci line, and probably just the Gann level here as well. But, again, if you were to buy right now and we did have that breakout, that'd be giving you about an 8% return on Bitcoin. Let's say 7 to 8%. And as far as altcoins are concerned, if you pick the right altcoin, you could be looking at 20 to 30% profits before, again, they all kind of dump. So that's what you're really hoping for today. At this moment in time, we've been kind of looking at the Nasdaq a little bit more than normal, because if we go to, this is the Nasdaq 50-minute chart. We've started to slow down just a little bit, guys, just a little bit. Not a lot. You can see this Fibonacci extension level here. It's really causing us some issues. We got rejected here again today a few times as well. But if we can manage to start, moving back up here just a little bit on the Nasdaq. Let me go to the 4-hour chart here. If we can just start trickling ourselves back up here, at least towards its own 20 moving average, not on the daily, but on the 4-hour chart. On the daily chart, it's a little bit further away up there. But if we can do that, that might be able to help Bitcoin out. The one thing that's been pretty interesting here is if you take a look at the Nasdaq versus Bitcoin over the past few days, Bitcoin's been kind of a lot more sideways than the Nasdaq. Nasdaq has been a lot choppier, which has been pretty surprising because, you know, Bitcoin's been following the Nasdaq for a while here, guys. I'm wondering how much support this trend line is really going to give us here, this Gann level from 2015. This has been the steady eddy. We never broke down below it even during COVID on the weekly chart specifically. We closed down below it on the daily chart, not the weekly chart. But right now, we're just barely staying above this. We're looking to have some type of breakout here. But again, we'll have to see if we get stopped around that 20-day moving average or if we're going to manage to break through it. And if we do manage to break through it, I think you'd see a lot of people want to buy in here and just kind of jolt up the price temporarily. And then we might have another trap like we did right here, because we did break out above this. We broke out right here. People started to buy. And then, boom, we just got knocked down hard. And we also broke out right above the 20-day moving average here. So I'm hoping we don't get trapped again. At this point, I'm hoping that we can make a move up, break above the 20-day moving average in the next few hours, 28 to 48 hours-ish. And then from there, we might have some help out with the Nasdaq. If the Nasdaq can really start popping above some of these Fibonacci extension levels, start making a move at least back up to 12,000, or that's about 250 points away from where we are now. We're still very, very far away from the 20-day moving average here, guys. Let me zoom out just a tad. If we can just slow down just a little bit, because we have come down a lot over the past few weeks, just maybe we can have a little bit of a bear market rally. But it seems like this little rally that we had a few days ago, I mean, it didn't last long at all. All of a sudden, we're hearing all these bad news from corporations. Snapchat was down like 40-50% today. So you're seeing the fundamentals of a lot of these corporations start to show weakness because of their lower margins, and because they can no longer pass as much of the expenses over to the consumer. For the past few months, you guys have probably noticed that prices have been going up and up and up and up on a lot of the goods you normally buy. Well, that's because corporations want to keep their margins strong, so they've been passing on those costs to you, the consumer. Well, now they realize, like, whoa, if we do this too much, you guys, us as the consumers, are just flatly going to stop buying their products. So they've been trying to fix that slowly, but at this point, they're having to stomach some of those own number crunches, those finances themselves, which is making their stock look worse, which is why you're seeing a large amount of companies like Target, Walmart saying, hey, we can't keep passing all these costs down to our consumers, not because we don't want to, but because we understand if we do, we're going to lose money in the long term off of this. So, they're trying to play the smart road here, but of course, the market's not sympathizing with them whatsoever. Now, one of the cool things over here today was Snap. Snap came out today and said their revenue was not going to be as good as they thought. Since the last month, the economy's taken a terrible turn, apparently, according to them, which has been pretty interesting. And let's see if I can find it here. We can go to Fortune very fast. Tech stocks had another terrible showing on Tuesday, but it wasn't because of the release of the new economic data or a bad earnings report. The dark day was largely the result of a single memo from Snap CEO Evan Spiegel. Excuse me. Spiegel wrote to his employees on Monday, warning that macroeconomic challenges are leading to a growth slowdown at Snapchat. The company will likely miss its own estimates for revenue and earnings growth in the second quarter, which it made just a month ago. His words instantly sent a chill down the spine of social media investors and put any company that relies on digital advertising on notice. I think Snap was kind of a leading indicator in the beginning of some weakness in the internet advertising, Rosenblatt analyst Barton Croquet, told to CNBC on Tuesday. I think they are ahead of the curve in the second quarter and saying that things are getting a little weaker, right? So, and after that, their stock created about 43%, okay? Pinterest went down 23%, Google went down 5%, and Twitter lost 5%, and Meta lost 7.6%, okay? So you're starting to see a pullback in advertising, and people are getting a little bit more worried about that at this moment in time. Perhaps things aren't going to be as bad as they fear, but it seems like all the stuff we've been talking about it's finally being announced by the companies. I'm sure the companies have known about this for a while, to be honest, but just now they feel like they have to say it because at this point, if they don't, by the time earnings comes around, they will just get crushed, and I mean like absolutely crushed. Okay, economy is not looking too bad. I say it every day. I just want to give you guys a reminder. But overall, at least for where we are now for Bitcoin, Bitcoin is primed to have an amazing day if it can just break above that 20-day moving average. Every time we break above a daily moving average in particular, we seem to have a very long handlebar, which could bode very well for us going forward today. There's a white line here, which I do not want there. But that's what you're hoping for if you're buying today. What I'm hoping to do a little bit is probably after the stream is over, I will take a little bit of a nibble off of Bitcoin with a leverage play. And then from there, what did I do? I closed a short I had a couple days ago. I actually closed it 2 days ago, didn't I? Maybe I'll take a long opportunity, maybe a couple $100 with a 10x leverage to see if I can make some money off of it just for a little bit of fun. But I'm going to be hoping that we can get back above the 20-day moving average. If we get rejected by it, that's where you're going to start to see a lot of pain, and then also breaking down below that 2-to-1 Gann fan line that we've been talking about. This level is so crucial, and I mean so crucial. If you guys, I know a lot of you guys have the membership badges. I put out a video today. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll be putting out more. But it's the important Gann fan and fib levels for large moves. I give you guys all the exact numbers so you guys can write it down in your charts or copy them if you want to, if you guys know how to do Gann fan levels. I have a Gann fan video out there, but just to let you guys know, I did just put a video up today. So this is scheduled for tomorrow at 4 a.m. Pacific time, so like around 7 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. This video is about Gann fans. Let's see, Gann fan. There you go. Tutorial on Gann fan Fibonacci retracements, Fibonacci extension strategy. So it teaches you how to put all this into one chart basically, or multiple charts at that. But this is coming out tomorrow in case you guys don't want to just watch the Gann fan only video. If you guys want to watch the video that talks about Gann fans, Fibonacci levels, Fibonacci retracement and extension levels, I'm going to have that tutorial out for you guys tomorrow to kind of help you out a little bit better. And that way you guys can look and see how to draw this yourself. You guys will have to spend some time and nerd out, frankly, if you guys want to do all the random stuff I do. But over time, it'll take less time to nerd out each and every time as you get better and better and better. This probably took me about 15, 20 minutes of drawing all these lines and taking off the lines I don't care about. But these are some really crucial levels that are going to be very, very important if you guys want to play some of these larger swings. And that's why I gave it. I did a video about it earlier today for you guys. Okay, but I'm watching this very, very closely. And at this point in time, if we break down below this one, we just open up a whole bucket of short opportunities right around here, where the whole world is just going to be screaming about how bad everything is and is crypto finished and blah 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 blah. But this is that next level that we really have to kind of migrate into. As far as the other Gann fan levels, right, when we broke down below here, same thing happened. We got stuck in this quadrant for a long time. We finally managed to break out of it here, but even still, it still got so choppy. Then we stayed a while in this one. We kind of skipped this one all out together, didn't we? And now we're going back into this blue section that we were in a while ago. But it'll be a ride nonetheless. But right now, that's a major level as far as the Fibonacci's that we need to stay above here if Bitcoin wants to at least try to have some type of reversal. One of the other Fibonacci levels or Gann fan levels you guys need to be paying attention to is this one. This is much more of a longer term one. This one kind of saw the breakdown that we saw with the head and shoulders a while ago on the coming down from 69,000. Found support right here. It went down a little bit below, but if you bought anywhere around this line, you were fine if you just held on for a few more weeks, right? Right here, another quadrant. And if we do break down below that 2-to-1 Gann fan line we just talked about on this chart in particular, right? Well, you see this 200 weekly moving average around here, and you see some of those Fibonacci levels. Well, kind of around the same ballpark for this Gann fan level as well. Probably somewhere around 23,000 seems like a good hard stop by when all is said and done. And by that I mean there's a chance that a wick may come down well below that level, maybe even down to 20,000, 19,000, whatever. But by the end of the week or the month, or probably just the week, we should have had a nice rebound all the way back up above this Gann fan level, just like what we did with this one right here. So that'll be interesting to watch as well. And just as a reminder, even though Bitcoin is separating a bit off of the Nasdaq here, go to the weekly chart here. The Nasdaq at this point in time is only about 8.5% away from its 200 weekly moving average. I think if both Bitcoin, so Nasdaq is down about 8-9% away from it. Okay, as far as Bitcoin's price is here, Bitcoin is down about 24-25% away from it. Okay, so it's a lot further way to go down. But I think over the next few, let's say a week, 2 max, if the Nasdaq is able to get down to the 200 weekly moving average, right down here, every single time it's come into actual contact with it, during like a bad market cycle, of course, we've had a very beautiful bounce, and then we crashed down below it, okay? And then again in the dot-com bubble, we came up, bounced, and then came back down. So the day we break down below that we tap, I think we're going to have a nice big bounce out of it, and I'll be buying a lot of leverage buys in crypto, especially altcoins, and a lot of calls on tech companies because I think they're going to be doing very well. Anything directly in the Nasdaq. Let's say that anything in the Nasdaq, I'm going to be buying a lot of calls off of those. Okay, but for now, we haven't tapped on it yet. We want to make sure we actually come into contact with it, because even though we were in a straight up bull market for the last couple of years, of course, we never got too close to it. We got a little bit close over here in 2020. That was COVID. I don't know if we still didn't even come into contact with it. We got within 2.5% of it. So we're getting closer and closer and closer. I'm hoping if we get a bounce though, that bounce will really give us a nice surge, like it'll be a great buying opportunity for maybe about a month of relaxing, excuse me. And then from there, probably best to sell some of your longs, or at least take some money off the table, at least that, and then wait to see if we come back down. And if we do come into contact with that 200 weekly moving average again, then most likely it'd be a good opportunity to buy shorts, because that means everything else will be coming down fairly hard here, okay? But maybe since Bitcoin has to come down about 25% to reach its 200 weekly moving average, and the Nasdaq only has to come down about 8%, maybe by the time the Nasdaq actually finishes breaking down below, or if it does break down below the 200 weekly moving average, maybe Bitcoin at that time frame is just going to be at its own 200 weekly moving average and won't be as much of a disaster as you might think if things get really bad as far as the stock market's concerned. Okay, guys. Back over here to the 15. Let's go to the 5. Yeah, 5 will do fine here. Let's go auto. Oh no, there we go. Okay. And what can I put right here? This is Bitcoin. Is there anything else I could actually add to this chart? That'd be nice. Maybe a little bit of resistance up here. That's about it. When Bitcoin's going sideways, it's not too much of an entertaining time, people. And so far, we're in this nice sideways channel. Probably if I can actually show this to you in this method. No, is that one going to work? No, that's not going to work either. That's fine. Yeah, but we're just in this channel. I was just going to get rid of everything else and just have these two lines here, the gray one and the white one up here. But for now, give it some time. It's looking to make a move. If you want to stay bullish on Bitcoin, you want to hope that we can get back above some of these moving averages, especially on the 4-hour chart here. There we go. That we can get back above the 20 and the 50. If we can, then we have a good opportunity of going back above the 20-day moving average. But if we can't break it back above this here, that'll definitely lead to some thoughts that we may finish off this week with lower highs, high, lower high, and then kind of really take a move down here. Okay. But that's about it for today as far as the technicals here. If you guys have any questions, let loose. Otherwise, we'll be talking for a little bit of time, going over some random charts like Ethereum, Dogecoin, Matic, and stuff like that. And we'll be seeing if we can find any major support levels for those coins as well. And there you go. Okay, I'm glad everything is working, guys. Thanks for letting me know. I read some of your posts earlier about was talking in the middle of it. And hey, Doge Master, any thoughts on AMC? So as far as AMC and like GameStop and those things are concerned, I don't really trade them too much. What I would tell you guys is if you wanted to trade them, the best thing that you guys could do is to try and do day trading with them. That's particularly what I prefer to do with like GameStop and AMC. Although I only like to do it during really like high volatile times. You only like to buy puts if they go up a lot because they just tend to come back down, of course. Um, but I haven't seen too much craziness as far as AMC that would really pique my interest over the past few weeks. I mean, there's been some bumps here and there. Um, but I'd be careful. Right now, the market's just not in a good spot. If AMC or GameStop pump up and then there's some bad economic data or the market goes down one day, I could definitely see those things just tanking along with the whole market just because of how bad the situation here is with the current state of the economy. Because, over the past 4 or 5 months, guys, we've been talking about this nonstop about how the economy is not in good shape. And now that Wall Street is finally telling us they've had an opportunity to sell off all those shares they wanted to for this cycle, right? Because they want to make their money. And CNBC is just now finding out the economy is in bad shape, right? All of a sudden, whoa, this isn't going to stop for a while. We may actually be in a really bad bear market. It's a whole cycle. It's a whole scheme, if you will, that they have. And now things are starting to look bad. But in these situations, you can buy the dip, but you don't want to buy every dip. You don't want to keep on going dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, because nobody knows how far the bottom is going to be. But if you buy like every other dip or every major dip that we see, sure, you can make some money that way. But be careful about how many times you're willing to buy the dip here. Unless you guys are using like you're buying every dip, you're only doing a small amount of capital for every dip, which is what I'm doing here as far as every day that we're underneath the 100 weekly moving average, buy, so to speak. So just make sure you guys have a plan going forward here, because it is going to get spicy as far as these moves, because pretty soon, like I said, we're coming into contact with a 20-day moving average within the next like 36 48 hours or so. Within the next 20 40 36 48 hours. If we can get back above that, we have an opportunity to have a short-term boost, and that'll be very nice to see. But overall, we're going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to figure out how long it's going to take us to really break down below this 2-to-1 Gann fan line right there, okay? That line right there in particular, that's what's holding us up. That exact line is what's actually holding us up right now. Nobody's using this right now pretty much because you have to do some really dumb YOLO stuff to get into it. Like, you have to waste a bunch of time looking for it in order to find it. And what's over here right here? Did the CEO say buy my stock on an interview and then sold the shares on Snap? I don't actually know. I didn't see that part, but I wouldn't put it past him. Remember, guys, a lot of these executives get most of their pay not in salary. They get it in shares of stock. That way, they don't have to pay as much taxes. So as far as like Snap right here, look at this. They've been just selling it off for constantly. Selling. Chief Business Officer, May 18th, just about a week ago, he sold about $195,000 worth at $24. They all knew this was coming, right? They all knew this was coming. They gave their guidance in April saying everything's going to be really nice and peachy back when the price was $29. Then all of a sudden, you're starting to see people sell off more and more and more. Nobody's buying, right? This is what they do. They got to sell. And remember, Snap's price used to be all the way up here like $80. People were selling off a lot around there too, but now they have to start thinking about, well, I need some extra money for the next couple of years. If my stock is down so much, I'm not going to sell my shares at $20 or below. I need to sell mine when they're back up to $80. So right now, I'm just going to sell enough to get me through those that year or two. And I want to go on my trip to the Bahamas. Whatever they're saying right now, they need to get the extra capital. You're seeing it all over the place though, but they've been doing it for a while, right? But now that the market's getting lower and lower, they're going to start to slow down. It's not slow down all the way, but they're going to start to slow down. Twitter probably isn't selling too much here. Prince Alawid, Saudi prince, he sold his stake. He took a loss. He bought some on the 13th and sold it on the 18th. That's kind of funny. And then general manager of revenue, he got options exercised. So, you're seeing a lot of people before this, they were selling Twitter back when it was at $60 a lot. But as it got down here into the 30s, again, not many people are actually selling the stock. They make their money in a different way. It's a lot large part to get around taxes, of course. Anything else here that might be interesting to look at? Apple. Not as much. Apple's actually pretty nicely run here. But again, 4 million, 1 million, 18 million, right? They're selling off quite a few, but they're just larger segments. Cook Timothy sold about $354 million worth of stock at $148. The current price is $140, so everybody's just kind of gearing up for the moves that we're going to see in the marketplace here. But, they still want to make sure that their stock is worth something at the end of the day, so they don't want to sell off too much. Uh, see. And hey, Francisco, does the tragic events like the one in Texas today have any impact on the stock market the following day? My condolences to all the swimmers. Same here. I had just learned about it actually before I hopped on the stream. My mom told me about it. Not really, because if you think about it, is Congress really going to do anything to solve those problems in a way that would actually affect the market? I don't think so. Now, if we have some bad economic data coming out tomorrow, I don't think we are. I didn't see any economic data coming in the forecast. New home sales down, yeah. If if there could be some type of change, maybe. But I don't really see Congress doing anything to solve the problems here without making it into like a political mud fight, if you will. I don't think it'll have any impact on the market tomorrow. The market may be really bad or very good tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to have anything to do with the unfortunate shooting that we saw today in Texas. Yeah, I can't pronounce the name of the city. And hey, Ken. Do I think I'm going to see another dip on the SPY tomorrow like we did today? As far as the SPY is concerned, here, let's take a quick look at it. Let's open this one. Let's put a few Fibonacci levels up here. Do we need another one here? Actually, probably best to have one more just from the COVID. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, 09. Will that matter as much? .com bubble, will that matter as much? Nope, we don't need that. Okay, we don't need those. I was just checking to see if any of those lines would match up, but it's not even close enough to worry about it for now. But as far as what we're seeing this week, it's still kind of choppy. We did break down below this Fibonacci level, which means eventually the SPY should actually be coming back down towards the 350 level. If things are as bad as everybody thinks they are, we should be heading back down there. According to the daily chart, though, we've just been kind of choppy, just like the Nasdaq here. It doesn't look terrible at this moment in time, but there's really not much good support levels here. So maybe back over here. What do we got? Anything back in time? I mean, a little bit there, not much. Let's move it up a little bit to the day side of the candles. I mean, not much there as far as support. So we're kind of in uncharted territory, and I think that's just because of a lot of the S&P companies are kind of doing their own thing right now, which is kind of driving this thing crazy. I wouldn't say. I mean, you must be talking about their morning drop. I'm probably not talking about a drop because the day was actually okay. I would say you might have an opportunity to get back above the Fibonacci level here. If you start off the day and we come into contact with it, that might be an opportunity to buy some shorts or buy some puts. But I'd be careful because if we end up breaking it back above that, then everything will start surging for a really good day going forward. But what I'd be hoping for at least tomorrow, is for it to at least start opening it back up here, and then you're going to be hoping if you wanted to have a nice drop to buy some puts or open a short position, you want us to get rejected from this Fibonacci level. We've been trying for the past couple days. After we broke down below it, right? Came down, got choppy, got back above it, just kind of stopped it for a second, came back down. It's still a level of resistance here, but since we have a couple days of action here, I'd preferably want to short this bad boy right here in particular, rather than just shorting at the actual Fibonacci level. If we can just consolidate a little bit longer, higher lows, right? And on the last higher low, that'd be where you want to open up a short position right there. At least from where I'm looking at this right now, I'd want to play that breakdown. That breakdown would be really nice, very very nice going forward. There you go. All right, sorry, Ken, I skipped your question. Or how do I feel about crypto backed by gold? Um, I don't own any crypto that's backed by gold. I think in theory it's going to be a lot safer, and I think it has a less chance of going bankrupt or their coin going to zero, so to speak. I don't have any just because I think it's kind of rare for the coins to actually be backed by gold. But, you know, as far as I'm concerned, it would be a plus if I saw a coin that I really liked and I also saw was backed by gold. It would be a plus. It would be a plus on top of that. So I don't have any coins, but if it did, and I like the fundamentals and like the what they were trying to do as far as utility, what like type of technology they had, yeah, I would consider that a plus on the coin itself. And hey, Zero, happy to see you back as well. And hey, Morgoth, take a look at CCI. I wanted to get in that today that it broke the 190 on the chart. Looks good for the 4-hour. CCI. Wow, this is a weird one. I haven't looked at CCI since the bull market really started back over here. That was a nice few trades. Here, yeah, here it was. This is a weekly chart though. This breakout was the last time we talked about on this channel, as far as I know. Bloop, bloop. It was really nice. Because you see, hold on a second right here. Where's that? Back up here. Hit one, hit blue, stopped right there, stopped right up here, stopped right up there. It was a nice one. All right, but the big one was let me see if I can fold this one. Then I'll go into deeper of your question. This one, yeah, to one. All right, that was an easy way of looking at what I just told you. But yeah, CCI has been a very good one. As far as what I see with it going right now, be careful with it. It is heading for a level of resistance here. That's why I wouldn't chase it. So if it can manage to break above this, that might be kind of good. But I can see this just with the way the market's looking right now. I could easily see this just reversing over the next day or two, then coming back down to maybe 183 or so, coming into contact with a 50-day moving average, or the 50-week moving average or the 20-week moving average here. It did have a death cross overall, even though it is making a move up here, which is kind of interesting. But the last few times it's had a death cross, it really hasn't been stopped all too much just because of how crazy this thing has just been going up and up and up. So I wouldn't put too much stock into that, I guess I would say overall, but you know, we have slowed down a little bit since then. We're not just going up and up and up as much as we used to. But if we can manage to break back above this, that might be a good sign here. I wish we would have come down a little bit lower. That way we would have had a nice neckline here for a double bottom and a breakout above that neckline right there. But we didn't. So what I'd be looking for here, if I was to trade this, since technically at this point in time, I'll go to the daily chart before I say anything. Double bottom here that led to the breakdown. You know, what I'd probably be looking at is an opportunity to short or buy puts on this at um, this trend line right here. If we break out above it, I'd probably be looking at 198, 199, or 200 strike price calls holding, expiring about a week or two out. And then on the downward side coming, if we get rejected by this level here, I probably might enter in a small position on a put just in case there's an opportunity we consolidate for a few days before breaking out. Okay, but if we see a big move down here, I wouldn't really do a heavy put position until we broke down below this trend line in particular, or if we consolidate a little bit more, we made a trend line like, oh geez, that was a really bad trend line. How do I do this? Like if we consolidate a little bit more like that or something like that, we would have a trend line that looked like that. If we broke down below that trend line, I know it looks ugly. That's when I might start shorting, buying more puts, and then a lot of puts if we break down below this level. But right now, this looks like it's going up in a good way. There's no breakout here, so it'd be hard for me to tell you to actually buy it here because it just goes against my rules. If I'm going over here to the 4-hour chart, Already broke up there. This isn't going to be too as useful for us, is it? I'm missing something. Oh, there it is. That's the high point, and let's go down here. Stopped. So if you did manage to buy the breakout and it did work out, I would say you'd have a good opportunity to sell it around this high over here of 209 or 211 if you're going off the Fibonacci extension level. Just be careful with it, because what might be happening here by the end of the day, because overall the market is pretty bearish, what I could see happening is we have this consolidation period right here, right? Maybe we break back above this, but then ultimately we just come back down. And so at the end of the day, the trend line will just be adjusted here, looking more like that. And then we have to wait a little bit longer, if that makes sense. So I think as far as the profits that would come with that particular options play, they'd be good. They'd be very good. But you have to understand, be careful about how long you want to hold into that, or at least come to the, or at least think about scaling out earlier than you might otherwise think so, just in case there's some really bad turns in the market. Because you can see overall, if you look at the last few days, there are days like last few hours here. Or let me just go to the daily chart. So I'm trying to do math. Last few days, like last week, it turned up about 13%, but there was a couple weeks where it ran down about 15%, right? So this is very, very choppy. You're going to try to catch this swing here. Excuse me. But at this moment in time, since I'm more cautious about these current market conditions and I'm kind of don't want to be swing trading too much here, I'd be looking for us to break above that trend line there, and then really like towards the last half an hour of the trading day is when I'd really be looking to buy it, because I want to make sure we've actually closed above it. And then after that, you'd really have to hope that the market stays strong going forward, and maybe that would actually happen if we had a little bit more of a bear market rally over the next few days, which we might have just because we've been slowing down. Not for certainty, but we have been slowing down as far as the Nasdaq. Maybe that'll help us out a little bit. And by slowing down, we're going choppy. We're going sideways, just very volatile in the choppy moves we've been saying. Okay, but yeah, that's my 2 cents about Crown. Overall, it's been a great performer, but I'm watching very, very closely to see what happens with this one. More importantly, if we break down below this one, game over. Have an awesome time buying puts on that one. For now, though, going a little bit longer term here. Does that one work out? I don't think that works out well from what I'm looking at here. There you go. It's all working with that one. So at the end of the day, if we do manage to break out above this one, the ultimate resistance looks about 214 or so. I would go off the Fibonacci extension level and head more towards the 211. If you want to keep some later on and kind of hold it, see if you can make some more profit, by all means. But don't forget to scale out at least a little bit out of it, just because of how volatile this bad boy has been. Great play though. And this could have this has a lot of potential with it, especially on the way back down here. Eventually, if we make this a falling wedge, whenever it breaks out of that one, either it's here or if it's later on in the cycle, could be a great play. I'll keep those technicals on there for us so we can kind of keep track of them later on, though. All right, back over to the 5. Hoping Bitcoin can have a nice green day here. And as far as Bitcoin here, probably let's just go down to the hour chart so we can kind of see it in a little bit more detail. There we go. Okay. And hey, Discount made some money on Apple Put. Good. See, Apple and Microsoft are really good opportunities if you guys want to practice day trading with options. The calls are not too expensive. They're about $100 to $200 for a call because you're buying 100 contracts, of course. And then you can kind of trade around with them, but they don't move too volatile, not too much, except for if the market's crashing, which every now and again it tends to do, right? And hey, Morgoth, no worries. I appreciate the $20 super chat. I really, really do. And what do you call? Let me know if you have any more questions about CCI. It looks pretty interesting. It's been kind of booming up for a while, but we haven't talked about that one for such a long time. When that baby breaks out, it really likes to break out. Just keep an eye on that 211 mark as far as where that one level on the Fibonacci extension level's at, okay? And what's right here? And hey, Discount Killer, been doing $50 buys on Matic daily since we dropped below the 100. I hope we can break $3 in the next bull cycle. I think Matic can in particular. Matic, remember, for the whole thing from last year for Matic was Matic is doing Matic things. Is even though Bitcoin was kind of going flippy floppy the whole time, Matic just kept on roaring and roaring and roaring, and I think it can do the same thing next time. And the fact that Matic is getting better and better as far as its social media presence, as a mega market cap, so I think it can do really well. And it's not going to be as a high risk as something as like a Doge on Mars, stuff like that. It's not going to be nearly as risky as those plays, so you can feel a lot more comfortable putting more money behind those particular plays for sure. Um, and hey, Zero, can I do a video about how to do options? I can try, but that would probably take about I would take over a month of my time to do it. So I would say if you just Google how to trade options or what are options, there are videos on that search term that have millions of views. I will do a video on it eventually, but I really need like a full time editing staff to do that for me. And at this point in time, I cannot trust freaking any editor because I tried one and they just like they messed up on the first day of the job, so I had to fire them. Um, I'll probably find another one here, but I'm gonna take about a month to find a good one that can vet clearly because I did not do a good enough job vetting this last time. Um, and I'll say here. And hey, Morgan, it's like puts will win no matter what the bad news, good news. Yeah, well, what's happening right now is a lot of people are buying puts for the long term, and they're seeing a lot of downside for what's going on. So you guys saw, I think it was a couple days, there was a stock that came down, I forget what it was. It wasn't Snap. Was it Snap? It might have been Snap. During Snap's big initial fall this morning, somebody loaded up on more puts at the day like after the crash happened. So people still see a lot more downside in the market. And here, let me see if I can find something. Maybe is this it? Is this new or is this old? Uh, no, that's August. Nope, news. Wall Street Journal, maybe? No. Jeez. Okay. Well, basically, China is having a big shipping issue as well. They're so backed up, just like we were a while ago, and so we're have like the supply chain issues are going to get worse. Which was my main point, and everything like you guys, so much stuff gets shipped over from China. We love their cheap products. It is a weakness of ours as far as a country, but it's a necessary weakness because everybody likes to buy the cheap products at the dollar store, at Walmart, Safeway, Best Buy, whatever. You guys want to buy this stuff, right? Let me see if I can find past week. Let's see. Now I'm seeing a bunch of misinformation stuff like this. Oh God. China lockdowns haven't greatly affected maritime. Yes, they have. If companies are saying they have, they have. Um, okay, I'm done looking at. I can't stand news organization sites because they always try to get me to pay for something or they always trying to make me push a button. But basically, things in China are not that good. That is going to cause some more inflation as time goes on because the transitory part about inflation, which there is a transitory part of it, it's just hitting us harder and harder, and it doesn't seem like anybody's doing anything of meaning to really get us to this problem. It seems like every time we make a it's like for the transitory inflation, we're taking one step forward, two steps back. It seems like that's happening over and over and over again, and I don't know how they're going to fix it. I think they can, but I don't know if it's. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. And because of that, as we get more and more earnings, you're going to see the same things. You're going to hear the same things on the calls day after day after day here, which is going to be unfortunate. I don't know if there was many earnings today though. Let me check out CNBC.com very fast. Maybe they had some earnings that we could talk about, but I don't remember any. Let's see. A lot of politics on here. Oh, why is all politics? Okay. Snap. It's all Snap. Best Buy had good earnings. That was unexpected. Um, Nvidia's earnings are coming up pretty soon. Alibaba earnings coming up pretty soon. Okay. And it looks like later on this week we're just gonna have more information, and that'll be good to see. But it looks like right now, nothing much is happening here as far as earnings for today. There we go. All right. And hey, Bryce, are things getting better or worse? Better. The economy is doing worse. The market right now is doing better. We're not just falling off of a cliff time after time after time right now. We found a little bit of support off of that 2 to 1 Gann level, and we're trying to hold it. The economy is getting worse day by day. People are starting to figure out, hey, I don't want to be spending all this money. But the markets overall have found a little bit of stability here, and that's a good sign. That's a good thing. And hey, Trev, the compound chart. Yeah, let me take a quick peek at it here. There we go. We should look at this in the weekly chart. Okay, obviously not too good here. Let me see if I can actually find a different one though. KuCoin? No. I was looking for more data as far as more trading data, but I guess I'm not going to find it. That's okay. All right. So as far as this, it doesn't really have a good level of support right now, but it does have a good level of resistance right here, right above 80. Well, actually, exactly $80. That could be a good level of resistance for you going forward here. But as far as this is concerned, we had the death cross way up here as far as compound is concerned. Put my butt in the back of this seat and move forward here. There we go. Um, There we go. With the death cross right around here, and ever since then, we've just really had a bad time with a little bit of a few rallies here. I wish I had more data on compound. Let me see very fast. I should probably go to coin market cap maybe. That'll do the trick. Because right now, if I can't find a bottom, I can't tell you what the exact support level is going to be. Excuse me. Year. There we go. So 106. Oh no, we've just never been down this low before. Okay, so compounds hit new lows. Okay, that's fine. So if it's never been down this low before, then what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to be able to trade this off of the Bitcoin technicals because you see this looks a lot like Bitcoin's chart, obviously. What I'd be doing in particular here, because I do think compound will have a nice rally later on in this Bitcoin cycle, specifically because it is on Robinhood, and anything that's on Robinhood with a low market cap, which is in this case $500 million. By the end of this, it might go down to $300 million. Oops. There you go. I'd be looking to buy around that time when Bitcoin runs into the 200 weekly moving average. When that happens, you'll probably see compound. Bitcoin has to come down to the 25%. Compound will probably come down to about 40 to 50%. So, probably anywhere in the high 30s to low 40s range would be a good opportunity to buy this for the long term. Again, you would try to time it up to when Bitcoin's actually hitting its 200 weekly moving average. So maybe if it does better than expected, it might be in the 40s, like the mid to high 40s. You never know. But as far as compound's concerned, it looks like it's reaching all-time lows here, which is never good for a currency because there's no real good floor from it. So going forward, I would aim for at least the 40s to be buying here for long-term holds if you believe that Bitcoin's going to hit its 200 weekly moving average. If you think we might not hit the 200 weekly moving average and maybe we kind of go sideways for a little bit of time, what I would say is you could buy a little bit here every day until you've invested enough money, and then from there, you would just be holding it. But don't get faked out. It looks like this thing has broken up above its 200 weekly moving average a number of times, and every time it just seems to take a bad rap. Apparently, it just gets hit hard. Just had a death cross here. a few weeks ago, and after that we had a little bit of a bump up, just like Bitcoin did, but ultimately just coming back down. Just like Bitcoin, though, it's very close to its 200 or this 20-day moving average. Sorry, no weeks in there. And that may give us a boost back up to at least $80 or so. That'd be nice to see. Um, if I'm looking at the Fibonacci levels here, let me kind of do a little bit of a deeper look. What's the highest? So we got the low. This was the highest I think we got. Yes, highest. This is the lowest we got to. Matches up with this. Okay. Maybe at the height, maybe you can expect $83.60. Maybe that might be a good opportunity. But right now, as far as when you might want to buy this for long term gains, it's going to be hard to say. This is pretty much looking like Bitcoin. But since it has no bottom at this point, there's a good chance it'll head down to the 40s level if Bitcoin really does tank down to about $22,000. And Bitcoin's making a little bit of a boost. That's nice to see. And thanks, Steve. I hope I have a good day streaming as well. My voice is actually getting a little bit tired. I need to stop talking so much. As far as like, I don't even know if I talk too much. I need to strengthen my voice box. I think that's the thing I need to be doing here. Uh, and hey, Danny, happy to see you back as well, my man. Thanks for coming in. And let me know if you have any questions, Danny. And hey, G, where's the money, bro? Had my first theft happen to me today. Bro stole out of my trust wallet. Tell everyone beware to not share your keys with anyone. Suspect ICO titled moves. Beware. What do you call? Yeah, guys, never give your information away. I never give my information away. You guys want to be very, very careful about that. If anybody ever asks for any of your information, just say no. There's no reason they should ever ask for it in the first place, okay? Never give your money to a corporation, or never give your information to a corporation, or never give your information to a contest or a giveaway, anything like that, okay? And hey, it was a fake wallet connection page. Yeah, so guys, just make sure to verify the websites you guys use as well. What I normally like to do, guys, is I have an actual. You guys can create a bookmark folder, so you can actually put all of your sites on that one particular folder, and that way you're never getting to you're never sent to an accidental site. So if you guys want to do that, I'll probably make a video for you guys maybe over the weekend to help you guys out there, just to protect yourself against spam and scammers and stuff like that, because it does seem like it's a growing concern. And just take a look at my YouTube channel, other YouTube channels out there that deal with the world of crypto. They seem to be getting hit very, very hard with all the spam stuff going on lately. Excuse me. And hey, Starscream, uh, fellas, LRC. This is looking a little bit better than other stuff here. So it already broke out above its 20-day moving average here. It could be looking forward to a nice pop here pretty soon. Um, hmm, it's gliding above the 20 here as well. 56 cents. Maybe somewhere around 53, 54. But this thing is already on the move. It's been riding up above the 20 moving average in the 4-hour chart for the past, few days now? Yeah, for the past few days. It looks like it's still kind of rising up here, so I'd be careful. What I'd be looking for is if it can pop above the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. That might be a good opportunity. But right now, if I was to have some type of limit order, maybe around 52 cents or so. I wouldn't really want to chase this right now since it already has had a really nice move. Looking at this part going forward, gotta see how I want to do this. It just hit the target of 1, so that was nice on this fact here. Uh, but as far as this next move here, let me do two things here. You might see some type of move up to 73 cents, 74 cents. Or if we go to the beginning of this move over here, where did things really jump? Can I see this on an hourly chart? Things really started right here, I guess, yeah. And then maybe just up to 69 cents or so. Huh. But yeah, that's what I'd be looking for. Resistance there. You might get some resistance back up here at 62.5 cents. So I'd be careful with this one. It looks like it's already kind of running up, but I would say, mid 50s, 54, 53, kind of lower 50s. and you might have an opportunity if it comes back down sometime tonight. But by then, you just got to be careful, because if it's already breaking down below some of those levels, that means it'll just, your limit order will kind of open, but it'll just kind of keep on coming down afterwards. So just be careful with it. You got to hope that when you wake up, the stock market's looking pretty good, so it'll kind of give this a little bit more of a boost, because this one is already broken above its 20-day moving average. If we take a quick peek here, a lot of other coins, guys. Ethereum is also by the 20-day moving average, so we could have a pop pretty soon. Dogecoin pretty far away. Matic pretty far away. ADA pretty far away. XRP pretty far away. Anything actually close here? Oh, Ethereum Classic broke out a couple days ago, yesterday, and you can see it's still doing well right now. So if you guys can find something doing that, you guys might be a little bit better off. STMX, close, close, close. This one could see a nice little pop. Hasn't been above the 20-day moving average since, what is this? 18th of March, so it's been a minute here, guys. Engine, close. FTM, very close. FTM could have a pop here. ICP, close. Not too close, though. So Mana is just getting pushed down below it. Geez, Mana actually had a nice rally, but it's just getting pushed back down. You could. It looks like a lot of these altcoins, honestly, are primed to go up from here, guys. So just be careful with them. Might be fun to buy some here, but just understand we're still waiting for Bitcoin to do the same. If Bitcoin doesn't do it, everything that's up will just kind of come cratering down. That's really the risk at the moment here. But you know, a lot of stuff is around that 20-day moving average here. So you could see a lot of coins have really big moves over the next 24, 48 hours. But of course, we're going to have to need Bitcoin to break out above its moving average. Sushi coin broke out above it. This may have another move here later on. We'll have to see. Luna, we talked about this for the past few days. You know, still going down slowly. It managed to break out, and that's what everybody's been trading this off of lately. We talked about this, I think, a couple days ago. Yeah. That breakout right there, boom, had a nice little move. This isn't exact here, but it's fine. The breakout happened, looking like it may create a double top. Hopefully not. Maybe keep on going. But at this moment in time, guys, you're seeing a lot of stuff. Yeah. You're seeing a lot of coins look like they want to break out above the 20-day moving average. Hopefully they can. I think everybody would like to see some of their coins go up for a change. Even if it is going to be a bear market rally, it'd be nice to bounce off that level, especially this Gann level here. We could have a nice little quick bounce and then get choppy again, but at least it would give people an opportunity to close some longs, open up some new shorts, and then kind of wait to see what the Nasdaq will take us next. And hey, JB, happy to see you back. Yeah, definitely be careful about sending your crypto to any place, guys. Never send your crypto off. Babyfish says it right there. Just remember that any pump will get faded quick and shorted heavily. Yeah, pretty much everybody's waiting for that. One thing that we can check out here, guys, we can go check out whale number 3, though. Let's go to number 3. He's been buying up some crypto, but since he did that sell thing, he hasn't really done much after that sell buy thing within a few hours, kind of freaking everybody out. We'll see if he sells some more off here. That could be a big move down over the next few days. But overall, guys, you know, we're patiently just waiting this out right now. Nothing too crazy is going on in this market. Sideways action, hoping we can have a breakout above the 20-day moving average. Then things are going to be getting more excited. That's why we're getting squeezed right now. We're getting squeezed between that 2-to-1 Gann level. How do I do this for you guys? 2-to-1 Gann level so you guys can see the same type of thing I'm doing. And that 20-day moving average. Oh, God, whatever. We're getting squeezed down below them, okay? We're going to pop either way. And hi, Michael. Learning how to do longing and shorting. Have my first long ever put in BitGet. Just a small amount of money. Hey, dude. I'm glad you're making the effort to try and learn how to do it. Using leverage will make you a lot more money once you become more comfortable with it. And the crazy thing is you don't actually have to use the crazy 50x leverages like I do sometimes or the 125x leverages that I do sometimes. You can just do 10x leverage or 20x leverage and you can be perfectly happy with those profits because over time, those profits are going to grow and grow and grow as your portfolio grows and grows and grows, right? We don't have like an unlimited amount of money, so you have to be very careful about how you guys trade. If you rush into it, you're going to be losing more money than you can possibly imagine. So take some time, do it nice and slowly, very nice and slowly, And then from there, as you see more and more profits, then you can become much more aggressive, do more trading, more trading, more trading. But that more aggressive doesn't mean you have to be doing a higher leverage. It just means you can be putting more money behind that trade with the same amount of leverage if you wanted to. Okay, but definitely take it slow. It goes a long way. And you can kind of build up your emotional tolerance to seeing seeing your profits go up and down very fast just because of how the leverage works, right? And hey, Secret, hope you had a good trip. Ethereum Classic is looking like a juicy short suit. I think everybody's hoping that we come down soon, but I'm hoping we have a nice little pop, guys. Like, as far as I've seen all over social media, because I've told you guys, I've been looking at a bunch of other YouTubers out there lately to kind of get a sense of what technicals they're using. Because, okay, frankly, guys, I'm always confused because I use totally different technicals than a lot of other people on YouTube channels, and I'm always just hoping that maybe somebody will match my style and like, hey, man. Somebody else could be a nerd like me and have a Gann fan level screaming from all the way 2014, 2015 on the charts. But no, nobody ever has that stuff. So I'm always just like, I'm trying to find somebody similar to me so I can always have a little bit of a daily confidence boost saying, wow, that guy gets what I'm saying, right? But right now, yeah, it just looks so bearish. But at least we have an opportunity for a pop. And I'm hoping that Nasdaq will lead the way there. I don't think Bitcoin's going to really do it by itself, but it could surprise us for sure. But yeah, guys, yeah, Secret, everything just looks like it wants to be shorted now. But Ethereum Classic specifically, it could definitely be juicy as soon as I want it to pop a little bit more though. It's only up like 2% in the last few hours. If it can go up like 5 or 6%, I would love to be shorting Ethereum Classic, especially if Bitcoin took a little bit of a bump up too. Yeah, no worries, Sus. I'm happy to help you out. And hi, how does Jasmine look? Jasmine always looks bad as far as I'm concerned. But oh, excuse me, guys. We can definitely take a look at it. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look much better than it has before. It is also looking to break back above the 20-day moving average, so that's kind of good for it now. But just remember, since Bitcoin is bearish, you will see this kind of tank back down, unfortunately. Let me see if I can actually pull up the 20 here. So I'll make this 20 a day one. So um, that 20 is kind of weird. I would make this kind of line here. If it can break above that, you might see good opportunity going forward with Jasmine for a good buying opportunity. But again, I'd be very careful until it actually closes above that level. Then I might be in that trade for all of an hour or two with a pretty firm stop loss, about 2 to 4% below where I actually bought into this into Jasmine. So I'd be waiting for it to break above that 20-day moving average here. Okay, a lot of coins are doing the exact same thing right now. You guys need to have a pretty good stop loss if you guys are going to be playing around with this type of stuff. Like if you're buying right now and then you're going to bed without a stop loss, be very careful because we could ultimately you could just wake up to a carnage in the market, right? We're still playing around with this Fibonacci level, excuse me, this Gann level right here. The day we break down below this and to close below it, it's that sign that I should probably open up a short here, just like what happened here, 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 here. What's the next time we broke down for the significant one? Right here, right here went choppy, but still came down. Here we broke down. We talked about that one already. Oh, this is all Gann fans. Is this? Why does this not have anything on it? Hmm. I don't need these Gann fans anymore because these Gann fan levels were specifically for this. That's why for the this year, which is all pretty much gone to hell now. But yeah, so it's usually a pretty good indicator once we start breaking down below those levels that bad stuff is happening, and we haven't broken down below this level for the most part. The last time was 2020 during COVID, right? And even then, the weekly candle managed to hold during COVID. See, the weekly candle managed to hold, although the daily candle. Gotta zoom in here slowly. The daily one closed down below this for a few days straight, okay? You can see how it was a level of resistance for us for a little bit of time, but as soon as we popped back above it, then of course we just kind of left it behind and never looked back. So yeah, be careful with those levels though, guys. Be very, very careful. You guys need to have stop losses. You guys need to have stop losses. There we go. All right. And hey, JB, can I drop the name of a company here and see if if this trading company is legit or not? Um, and no worries, this guy Killer. Have a great rest of your night. If you want me to look at like a stock, sure, but I wouldn't trust many investing companies out there. I would take the time to learn how to invest yourself, as long as that will take, and it will take a while. Trust me, it didn't take me. I didn't learn overnight. Um, I would take the time to try to invest yourself. It'll go a lot easier than you trying to get somebody else to make you money for you, especially since they take a large cut. Rarely do I see anything like that ever being legit. The only way it's usually legit is if you have millions of dollars and you're willing to give it to a hedge fund or some type of small, account some type of small group in Wall Street where they'll be putting your money to good use in some type of other investment like robotics, AI, innovation projects, not really stock projects. And hey, Michael, I tried them messing Gann fans and other people's channels, getting no response. Crickets. Um, what do you mean, Michael? What do you mean? Oh, tried mentioning Gann fan levels on other people's channels, getting no response. Crickets. Yeah. Again, I'm a nerd, guys. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd that has likes to have fun. I'm a nerd that likes to party. Sure, right. But at the end of the day, I have a passion for just looking at analytics and data. Um, and that's why I found that old Gann fan level because I never saw it before, right? And I'm hoping that Bitcoin can really stay strong above it for at least for a little bit of time. People seem to be really worn down by crypto, and if you go to Twitter, looks like we always do over here. Oh, I didn't know Bitcoin. There we go. RSI is flashing an excellent buy signal. This provides opportunities. This is not the time to lose your attention, right? Um, I don't know. Market trap. And crypto we're saying this is the start of a bull market, right? So you're gonna see a lot of people get really excited about all this stuff, and then if we pop, they're gonna say this is the time, and then all these people that have no idea what they're doing, they're gonna buy in. And I bought in too, but it's not as much as these guys apparently. But then when we get rejected, like we did just a few weeks ago, remember? Then everybody's gonna freak out again. Oh, here's one, Lucky Chart Ape. This one looks kind of nice. Moving back down towards 17,000, 11,000. Oh God, I hope not down to 11,000 or 12,000. But yeah, and he's taking a little bit more of a rally here too. I don't think we're going back up to 55,000. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think many people like looking at Ganfin levels. And remember, guys, Ganfin levels take a little bit of time to actually set up. It's not like they take like a minute or two. It usually takes me like to have a full-on dashboard of all the Ganfin levels I'm looking for. It usually takes me about a half an hour. Now, if I'm just going to do one or two, it might take me a maximum of 5 minutes. But normally for different charts, I want to have Ganfin levels looking for a lot of stuff. For example, here, guys, I was going to do this for a chart, the diamond level membership later on here, but let me X out of this right now. Let's go over here to Apple because normally you have to do a little bit of trial and error depending on which type of currencies you're looking at. But which Ganfin level will probably be best for this one? That's the question. Because a lot of these stocks have different. They've had splits. So then Apple wasn't 25 cents in 2003. It was much higher, but they had to do splits so people can keep on affording it, at least in their mind. Um, no, I'll do it later on. Um, be the best way to do this. This cycle, we can go with COVID maybe. We can go with COVID. Stocks is harder than crypto because crypto just tends to go up and up and up. Meanwhile, stocks they kind of go up and up and up, but they have a different pattern to it, right? So let's go over here to Apple. No, there you go. I have a thing designed to help me do this faster. There we go. No magnet. Horizontal line. There we go. I know magnet mode is on. Can I keep this, or let me see, 45, and then 53.15. And let's go back over here, negative 45, and looking at 182.94. All right. Now let me see if any of these Gann levels are actually going to help for this particular point. If not, I would have to move them over, which I'm not going to do now, but just kind of show you the process here. Oh man, I forgot. Hold on. Since I've been moving everything up, the weird thing is you have to put all this stuff back on here. Okay, there you go, there you go, there you go. 1 to 1. So here we go. We broke down there, fine, found support there. So actually, okay, this one's actually working pretty well for us. So as far as this Gann level in particular, Apple can go all the way down to 119. Oh gosh, let's hope not. And now let's add one more over here as well. Actually, this is not exact. I want to make that exact. There we go. And this one, as far as it's concerned, we're running into a 2 to 1 here. So when I'm looking at Apple right now, all I care about is, but now we don't need that one. We just need those two. And as far as this one's concerned, we need the 2 1. We don't need that one. We don't need that one. Don't need that one. That one or that one. Kind of extreme. All right. And then from here, we could add a Fibonacci retracement strategy on top of that. Kind of bouncing right up there as well. Oh, look at that. That's where we're at right now. Look at that. See? I always think about the Gann fans is like the roller coaster ride when you're just curling over the edge and you see the bottom. You're like, and then Fibonacci levels at the bottom where you're like, whoosh, if that makes sense. I know I shouldn't have added the sound effects there, but I think you guys see the point where we start to slow down just a little bit. And so, for what I can see here with Apple, this is a weekly chart. Let's go to the daily chart here. You can see how you would have had this Gann level on your charts at this point in time here. So you would have been able to use it as a buying opportunity here, a shorting opportunity here, even though we came back up a little bit, ultimately worked out, and a buying opportunity at the Fibonacci level for a decent return if you're buying options, but kind of a scary one at that. What I'd be looking for to see a little bit of reversal on Apple in particular is breaking above the 20-day moving average and breaking back above this 8-to-1 Gann level here. But that's for another day. We'll talk about that in the Diamond member, all that type of stuff here. But it's kind of a taste of what those videos are going to be like, just without all the clutter, without all the other stuff. But yeah, Gann levels have their uses, and they're freaking magnificent. I just don't know why many people don't like to use them. I think it's because it's a little bit of a tedious work, and to be honest, you could use a lot of Gann levels on a particular chart. Remember, that's why I have this whole Bitcoin chart here with multiple charts with Gann levels on them, because I don't want to see every single line on one particular chart. I could do the same thing with these levels coming out this way, starting here, all the way back down here, all the way back down here if I wanted to, all the way back down here from 2009, and they would all have importance. But usually you can find some really basic ones after the most recent big move down, because that's usually what the algorithms are going off of. I think a lot of algorithms kind of move off of an exponential theory where kind of like the exponential moving averages, where they weigh the most recent data more heavily than the more data that was way back further in time, if you will. And I think that kind of makes more sense because it keeps up to date with what's happening from the economy standpoint and all that type of good stuff. But just so you guys know, Gann work. They do work. They're just tedious little things. I mean, I don't think anybody was really excited about me actually putting them up on the chart, but maybe your eyes opened up a little bit just by seeing what simple Gann can do on your chart. Gann plus Fibonacci levels, it gives you a lot of information right there that the majority of investors don't actually know how to do. So, learn it. I have videos talking about both, and tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. Pacific time, I will have a video coming out that talks about all three of them. Gann, Fibonacci retracement, Fibonacci extension strategies, okay? I I messed up right early and I deleted something that I needed to move over here. Trading strategy. There you go. And it's like 20 minutes long and 22 seconds. It's worth it. But if you guys want to go over it tonight and get more in-depth information as far as Fibonacci levels, I have this video right here for you guys I made a while ago. I don't know where it's at. Hold on, guys. Your channel. Let's see if I can find it for you guys. This is a Fibonacci extension tool strategy that I used for Apple, if you guys want to watch that one. But I have one specifically designed for, this is Fibonacci retracement strategy video I made for you guys. Again, not the most exciting stuff, but it does work. Where is the double top strategy? I don't know what happened to that video. I have no idea. Fibonacci strategy. Fibonacci extension, yeah. My eyes are bad, so I'm probably just missing something very obvious in front of my face. Give me a second here. Back to the Bitcoin chart. Grind it. Bitcoin's making a move. Enjoy that move for a second. I'm going to take a second here to look at this because I know it's here. Analytics. See more. When did I post this? Oh, it was a while ago. Okay, it was a while ago. That's why. Okay. Well, Bitcoin's having a little bit of a surge too. That's nice to see. Back over to my main page. Or is it in the tutorial section? Nope. All right. 4 weeks ago. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Tutorial on Gann fan trading strategy. It has 1,000 views. Check it out, guys. Tutorial on Gann fan trading. Actually, if you guys just go over to YouTube and type in Gann fan strategy, my video will pop up at one of the top 3. I promise. Don't even click it on my channel. If you want to help out the channel, literally go to search and search it up. It'll boost it in the search results, and I'd really appreciate that. So after the stream is over, if you want to learn about Gann fan lines, go to YouTube. Just type in Gann fan trading or Gann fan. Just type in Gann fan. Doesn't matter. Whatever it says. And then you'll find my video. It'll say Michael Whitman in the name, a generic guy on the front thumbnail. It's not going to be my picture. And then just watch it from there, and you'll find a lot of good information in it. But again, it's not really the most exciting thing, but it's extremely effective. It's extremely effective. A lot of times, any small move you see down is usually off of some particular Gann fan level. But when you're trading these really massive moves and you're hoping for like hundreds of percent with leverage, even thousands of percent on leverage, it can be a really big boost to your trading strategy. All right. But yeah, Michael, I don't know why people don't like Gann fan levels in particular. I think YouTubers should use them a lot more. But again, they are tedious little things, but they have their uses, right? I just guessed on the low and high that I'd probably use, and it looked like it was right? And that was the big move on COVID. You could have other Gann fan levels and stuff like that, but normally, you want to use them on those weekly charts and the daily charts specifically. And hey, Ken, do I think Matt Wallace looks your streams? I don't know. I know he was in one of my streams a long time ago. He might. I don't know. I guess I'd be flattered a little bit. What's her name? Lucy's in the stream every now and again on the 24-hour streams. Living with Lucy, I think is her channel. She's in the streams every now and again. If they're nice and they're talking, I don't care. Living with Lucy's very, very nice in my streams. I don't know if she does any technical analysis though, but as far as her just personality, she's sounds like a very nice person. But I don't know. I don't know if people listen to my streams. But yeah, if they do, that's good because that means I don't care if another YouTuber steals my technical analysis because then they're helping people out and I'm okay with that. Would I hope that they give me some mentions? Sure. But am I going to be mad about it and freak out? Nah, not really, right? I'm hoping to build some type of YouTube business over the next decade or something like this, and I'd be very happy to just kind of let this channel grow very slowly for a while. I'm putting more effort into it now. But yeah, I'm okay if people kind of help other people out using my technical analysis. And again, it's weird being one of the few people who are right about this last big drop. A lot of people were saying, no, this is the bottom. Like, 40,000 is the bottom. We're not going down below that. We got to go back up into that major pattern that we were looking at. That flag. But yeah, if they're telling people, if they're helping people out, go for it, right? I just hope that my technical analysis is always right. Otherwise, they're going to feed themselves the stuff that I'm feeding you guys, which could be wrong, right? I'm not perfect 100% of the time. Um, and hey, D's, aren't we all nerds? Probably. I'm a nerd who likes to party, but even while I'm at a party, I'm really happy and outgoing. And then I have my more reserved moments where I'm like, oh my god, this is overwhelming. I need to like leave all these people. But then since like when I leave the main group of a party and I just go sit by myself a little bit of time, like in front of a fireplace, like from outside, like a skyscraper type thing, or from out, like camping or whatever, go to the fireplace, kind of leave other people away. Um, like 2 or 3 people will always follow me to keep the conversation going, and I'm like, ah. Or they'll just see me sitting alone, and like, oh man, he's sitting alone. He must not be able to talk to people. Maybe I should go help him out. And then I'm like, oh no, I wasn't sitting. I was sitting by myself because I wanted to be alone, right? Right. So it happens. We're all nerds in one way or another. I'm usually just a quiet individual until I'm in a good mood. Then I'm like, okay, let's go. But I need to take human interaction in waves, in steady waves. People are freaking crazy, guys. um, and hey, pedo creepers, what program are you using to do trades? So I use BitGet and KuCoin for the majority of my trading. I have links to those down below. As far as the algorithm you see on the bottom of your screen here with those oscillators, that's from Vidal Algo. I don't know if he changed the name of the company, but I have, there's a link down below if you wanted to use his algorithm. I like it a lot. It gives you a lot of good basic support levels. So if I were to use it with Apple here, if I can find his algorithm, invite only script, chart patterns, I think it was, let's go with chart patterns. Yeah, see, Vidal Algo, but then all of a sudden it turned into chart patterns. Um, Give it a second here, guys. It'll bounce up. Oh no, this is not it. Oh, you can see it's adding stuff to the screen like trend line here, breakdown, sell marker, pretty accurate. Um, Sell here, I wouldn't have done that as much, even though it did work out. But um, can I find one? Which one do I have here set up for this one? Is it still Vitalago? Oh, it's still Vitalago. Okay, he just must be adding a whole bunch of cool stuff to it, I guess. But yeah, it's the name of the name of it's still Vitalago. So if I go over here to the weekly chart, give it a couple seconds, it should populate up here in a second. There we go. Oh, it doesn't have all the stuff here though. There we go. So you have the dynamic reactor here for Apple. So Apple should have a bounce here fairly soon, kind of at the same time bouncing at the 2-to-1 Gann fin level that we talked about. There's a lot of weird intersections when you look at technical analysis, and you see support that it's at right now, trying to hold into that buying zone. We'll see if it does or not. But you're seeing a lot of stuff actually hit those buying zones right now, and people are trying to slowly load up. But yeah, so I mean it's a nice algorithm. But as far as other stuff I use to trade, I kind of just use basic technicals like Fibonacci levels, Gann fins, trend lines, breakdowns, breakouts, and I kind of see where the market's going. And I do look at option flow data every now and again. I Yeah, that's what I pretty much use over time here. But usually those levels usually work out pretty well for me. But everybody has their own system, I guess I would say, right? Oh, what's it here? And hey, Michael, I was reading about the guy that developed them. He died in the 1950s. Definitely, definitely an old method, I guess, but not too old, not too old. And hey, can't let the man recharge the batteries. I need to recharge my batteries when I'm out and about with people. People are very dramatic, and I don't know how to deal with drama as well as everybody else. I savor drama. Like I like drama. I like watching drama, but I don't like being part of the drama. I just like eating popcorn on the side. Man, wow, something's going on over there. Whoosh, glad that's not me. That's how I look at it. Um, and let's see. And hey, Tony, you watch me, Jordan Cameron, and Known Crypto. There you go. See, we all have our little favorite bunch of people that we like to watch watch the streams. And I know Jordan has a lot of funny stuff he does in his streams. He's a good entertainer, but he also understands some of the technicals as well. I like him a lot. But I have not seen that. I haven't seen that known crypto. I have to look at that guy too. And hey, D's, nominal investors, YouTubers want to get views, popularity, money, and sometimes scam people. You are the different kind, Mike. Hey, I appreciate that. Well, see, from my point of view, there's no reason to scam anybody if I'm making money in the markets, right? Do I want to make more money off of YouTube? Sure. But there's a way to do that. That doesn't require me to get in much trouble. Well, YouTube got me in trouble and I didn't do anything in the first place, but still, right? I think if I keep on doing these videos, keep on doing members videos, this YouTube business will do just fine. And I'm ready to kind of make it go on and up and up and up. Later on, when I move to Nicaragua next year, I'm really banking on the fact that I can hire some bilingual individuals who speak Spanish and English, and they can help me make a Spanish version of this YouTube channel, kind of taking all my other videos, dubbing them in Spanish, and then posting them back out. I think that'd be fantastic, right? So all that good stuff I'm hoping for, but it's going to take a lot of work on my part, but I'm willing to do the work now. And hey, kid, that's a pretty good point right there. Yeah. Introvert people we're not always shy, but we do just need some space. My gosh, space helps us out a lot. And and hey, Michael, that's why you like watching the trial. Yeah, guys, this Johnny Depp trial thing has been absolutely insane. Did you see the freaking person that Amber Heard's team called to the stand the other day? He was like, "Do I have to answer that question, Your Honor?" Yes, you have to answer questions. And I was just like, "What the hell?" It was so crazy. It was so freaking crazy. So crazy. But yeah, there was a lot of drama in that trial. I'm rooting for Johnny Depp, though. I'm rooting for Johnny Depp. I hope he does. I hope he gets wins the trial. I think everybody at this point is on Johnny Depp's side right now. I think everybody is. Jeez. And let's see. And hey, Doge, there you go. Let's effing go. There you go, guys. I mean, yeah, guys, we're looking pretty good. Bitcoin's trying to make a move here. It looks like this level of resistance, as far as this Fibonacci extension level, hasn't been too bad for us. I'm wondering if I missed something or something of the sorts, because this Fibonacci level isn't hitting exactly as I want it to. Fibonacci extension level. Can I? Oh, it's locked. That's why. Uh, uh, Maybe here, now that we have a new high, and maybe back down to this low right here. Did that work out more? It's still not working out as much as I would like it to. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. I guess I'll leave this one here for now, though. That's definitely not working there. Okay. Thought I'd give it a shot. Yeah, I'll have to live with that one for now, though. It's a pain in the butt for me. I'm missing something, and it's annoying me. And let's go to the 5 here. There we go. A little bit of a move off of Bitcoin. And there you go. And hey, Doge Master, I like this channel. Comment chill. I appreciate it, guys. Over time, I like this method. The goal for this channel is to be very popular when Bitcoin is really having some really crazy moments and have thousands of people. But during the slow times, I don't really care about the views that much. I kind of like it kind of small. But my thing here is my goal for this channel is not to be like a Meet Kevin or a person that has massive followers as far as streaming is concerned. I don't I don't want to do the prep work for that every day. I want to have fun and do life stuff. But I want to be able to spend lots of time working out long on these complex tutorials for you guys to give you guys a better understanding of what you guys need to be using, right? So these things are like where I see kind of like gaps. Like right now, if you guys go over to YouTube, I guess I'll be my logged in account, which that'll be fine, I guess. And if I type in Gann fan, there's my video right here. But I watched both of these videos to see what they're kind of lacking, and then I made a video that's better than theirs, kind of being more practical about how you use stuff. A lot of these videos kind of show you some basic kind of themes, but they're not helping you apply what you learn into actually becoming a better investor, if that makes sense. They kind of teach you the tool, but not how to incorporate other tools with it. That's why tomorrow I have that video coming out that teaches you guys how to use Fibonacci extension tools, Fibonacci retracement tools, and Gann fan tools all on the same chart and how to trade them appropriately, right? So this one's going to be mostly about setting them up and all that type of good stuff. But then I'll go more in depth about how to use them, I guess, over time too. But that one's going to be a little bit harder. But yeah, my main goal is to kind of get you through those processes because not many people understand how to use them. And because of that, people don't understand some of the levels of support that we're seeing right now. But everybody has their own style, right? Just because somebody has their own style of trading doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to be, bad, right? Everybody has their own style of what they're looking or how they're looking at each individual chart. And some are better than others, right? Some are definitely better than others. Let's see. Hey, Bryce, your wife was happy because she lost over 22 pounds since the last visit in mid-February. That's amazing. That is amazing. That's a lot of working out, eating healthy. Sounds like she did a good job right there. And hey, Medic. Hey, man, I watched Michael last year and made a bunch with Doge. Now I'm investing in a dozen cryptos and learn technical analysis. I'm ready for another crypto rally this summer. Hey, Medic Lucky, I really do appreciate that a lot, guys. I really do appreciate that. I like seeing some progress with you guys, and I like seeing a lot of you guys start to make more capital, more money while investing in crypto, and kind of understanding the way the market kind of works out here. And some of these larger moves. A lot of people will go into the market wanting to only day trade, and then I try to get them to understand that swing trading is good, long trading is better, but long trading takes too long for a lot of people. So swing trading usually is that compromising part right there. And then after they learn how to swing trade, then they can learn how to day trade a little bit more effectively because they understand how the waves of the market work, even on the hourly charts. Let's see. And hey, Bryce, doing keto with intermittent fasting? What do you call 'em? I should probably try that. I've only been losing weight because I've been getting a whole bunch of exercise and pretty much just eating a bunch of smoothies. I have a smoothie cup right here from a while ago, and all it is fruit, water, flax seeds, and chia seeds. It works. It works. But if it wasn't for Loki, I probably wouldn't be losing any weight here. And hey, the Cloud Boy, I need help with crypto. Any tips? Um, I would get started with basic technical analysis and then focus on applying that technical analysis to Bitcoin primarily. If you can understand what Bitcoin's doing, you can understand what a lot of other altcoins are doing, and then you can move on to other altcoins in the future. But right now, I would learn the basics of what a candle is, what a wick is, what crypto is in itself, the different ways to trade crypto, whether you're trading with futures or just doing spot trading or margin trading, whatever you want to call it. You want to start learning the basics there. And what you could do there is probably just rent a book. I have a couple books in my description, I think, if you wanted to check those out. But technical analysis for dummies, charting for dummies, stuff like that, crypto for dummies. If you get some of those books, you have a much better understanding. And if you don't get the base understanding of what crypto is, or not even that, the base understanding of technical analysis, you're going to find it very, very hard to make a profit trading crypto, especially during these more bearish times where you think it's going one way, then all of a sudden you just get denied, and then your heart breaks over and over and over again, which has been happening to so many people on Twitter over the past few months, right? And let's see. And hey, Bryce, she's paralyzed from the waist down, so she can only do real upwards. As long as she's doing the workouts and the keto seems to be working, seems like everything is good there. Losing weight's always a good thing, always a good thing. And hey, Ken, I lost 80 pounds doing intermittent fasting a couple years ago. The weight is still off for the most part. That's great. I should probably try intermittent fasting, but I don't know if I can. Well, I got to figure out a way to keep the energy up, I guess I would say. Yeah, but I can figure that out. Luckily, I got the budget for food. I have one of those monthly plans with Instacart, so I no longer actually go shopping because it's such a tedious chore. So I just order everything off my phone, have somebody go shop for it. If they don't have it, I just order it off of like another day to see if they have it. But it works pretty well. It does work pretty well to go to Instacart. But I'm only paying for the monthly subscription, so I don't have to pay for the delivery fee every single time. But probably should do that. And yeah, no worries, the Cloud Boy. Really happy to help you guys out. All right, and okay, everybody, I'm gonna head off the stream here right now. I got to go say hi to my mom. She had a rough day at Dallas. Apparently, they said they sucked her dry while cleaning up blood. So I'm gonna make sure she's doing fine, and then we're gonna watch a movie. As far as what we're looking at right now, guys, Bitcoin looks primed to have a pretty good day. Altcoins look primed to have a pretty good day. Choose your altcoins very specifically, guys. But what do you call? Take your time and watch this market. Wait for Bitcoin to really get above that 20-day moving average. Or if you want to do some day trading, preferably Ethereum would be a good play as well. But just keep it close in the market, guys. Up until the market opens tomorrow for the Nasdaq, anything could happen. I hope we have a pop. But again, just as a reminder, overall, guys, we are still very, very, very bearish. But we might have a day trading opportunity, maybe a short-term swing trading opportunity. But we really have about 24 to 48 hours to get that started, because if we don't, we're going to get rejected by the 20-day moving average, fall down below that 2-to-1 Gann level, and that's really where the next, crash, frankly, really will start to look pretty nasty, okay? But okay, buddy, have a good rest of your day. And brightest Sam's Club. I need to go to a Sam's Club. I've never been to one. And I will try to, maybe I can skip breakfast. I'm not entirely sure. I'll check it out.